Alright, guys, I gotta be real with you guys. I gotta take accountability for my actions and my thoughts. And I gotta let you know that for a while, I had given up. I had lost belief in myself and the Becoming a Multi-Millionaire series. And it's for a multitude of reasons, but at the end of the day, they all stem back to me. They all stem back to me, the way that I've acted, the way that I have allowed myself to go, the paths that I've allowed myself to go on, and the things, the influence that I've allowed within myself from others, the influence from others that I've allowed myself to take within, to internalize. Um, and at the end of the day, it was words from others, but it was me who accepted them. So, my intention, I lit this incense and I've just been thinking about it a little bit, but my intention for this video is to talk about some of the things that got me off track. One, so that I can analyze them, so that I can make sure that moving forward, that is no longer an issue. And then also two, getting back on track. Getting back on track, keeping the vision within mind, and yeah, and then talking about my intentions moving forward with this series in general, how I plan on presenting it, how I plan on documenting it. Okay, so first off, the things that got me off track. The biggest one, and the main one that I've been doing the inner work on and making sure it does not show up in my life again, is my sexual energy being drained. And it came from a multitude of sources. It first started off with a girl. That led to, after I kind of cut that off, it led to pornographic content and girls on Instagram. And this is just me being straight up. That was what got me off track. That was the main catalyst for what got me off track. And now it's in the past. It's in the past. It's no longer a part of who I am. So that was the main thing that got me off track. A couple of other things. Just the ideas from others. And sharing my ideas, my plans, with the wrong people. There were a couple of people who I shared my plans with for how I was going to make it happen, who, whenever I shared the plan, it wasn't anything they said. It wasn't anything they said. Maybe it was a small remark, but it was the way that they reacted. It was the way they reacted, and I could tell that they didn't believe in it. I could tell that they didn't align with the vision. You know? Whenever I told them that, the facial reaction that I got was one of disbelief, was one of doubt, you know? And I can't have those people in my inner circle, the people that I am sharing my plans, my goals, my visions with. I can't have those people as the people I'm sharing the vision with, you know? Another thing is not trusting intuition, not trusting my gut feelings. There were a couple of situations that I got myself into where I had a bad gut feeling about what was happening. But I didn't trust that. My mind was telling me to keep going. My mind was telling me to, it's a temporary feeling. Just push through it. But no, I had that gut feeling. I had that gut feeling that that was not the path that I needed to walk in order to get to where I wanted to go. But I didn't trust it. I pushed on regardless, and that was detrimental. always trust thy gut. So that. What else? What else got me off track? Mainly the being drained of my sexual energy, my life force. First one. Second one, taking on the ideas / opinions of others in regards to my goal. Third, not trusting my gut feelings. And then fourth, I would say, is there was one more that's coming up. Having the wrong reasons for wanting it. Having the wrong reasons for wanting it. Initially, the reason that I wanted it was, honestly, for very selfish reasons, very materialistic reasons. I wanted the car, which, don't get me wrong, these are all things that can drive you, but I didn't have a deeper why behind it. I didn't have a deeper driver. I didn't have a driver behind it. So that's one thing that I've really been discovering lately is why. Why am I doing this in the first place? Figuring out the why. And what I've come up with is like for my future kids. That is the main thing. That is like whenever I think about this goal, it is like tied to my future kids. Like I want to be able to provide for my future kids so that they do not have to live the life that I have lived. And don't get me wrong, I've lived a great life. Like I am very grateful for the life that I've lived, but I know it can be so much more abundant. I know it can be more prosperous. I just know. So the reason I have this goal is to provide a life of abundance, a life of prosperity for my children. That's like the main driver also for like my future wife, so that she can be provided for like to the maximum potential. You know, I want her to be my queen, you know. So that also my current family, like being able to take them on vacations, being able to provide for them as well. Those are more of the smaller ones, but the main thing, the main driver, my kiddos in the future. You know, I don't even know who they are yet. They aren't born yet. But I know that this is what I'm doing it for, you know? So that was a big thing for me, is like discovering my why, discovering why I'm doing it. And then also another thing that's kind of been driving me, and I have this plaque. It's with my statement, and it has like a $1 million bill down here. I actually found this bill. I was on the Ark. There's a little what's it called? A museum, I guess. There's a museum in, where's that at? Around Illinois, somewhere around Illinois. But it's literally a museum of the Ark, and I found this $1 million bill just chilling there. Like whenever I first came up with this like idea, this vision for what I wanted. So I think that was interesting. But then also next to it, this little guy. This was me whenever I was fucking 12. Bro! Look at the shirt that I'm wearing. Look at the shirt that I'm wearing now. I don't know if you can see it all the way, but it's literally like the same type of style. That is wild. Doing it for this little guy, bro. Like, make that man proud. I think that's what we should all be like striving for, is to make the younger versions of ourselves proud. You know, we only get one life, and we got to do everything that we can to make ourselves proud, to make the younger versions of ourselves proud. So, those were a couple of the reasons like why I got off track. I think it's very important for me to identify those, accept them, and learn from them, you know, so that I don't make the same mistakes moving forward. So, moving forward, what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be creating a YouTube video. Instead of doing the reels every single day, which got a little overwhelming. I'm going to be creating a YouTube video once a week, documenting like where I'm at, the profit that I've made, and yeah, creating a weekly YouTube video. Also, I'm shifting the goal a little bit. Not like we're still going for the 2 milli, the multi-millionaire, but I'm gonna make it in revenue. I'm gonna make $2 million in revenue because I realized that it's unrealistic to have $2 million in my bank account. Just because I don't want to have that much money like just sitting there. You know what I mean? So kind of going towards like $2 million in assets. That's more of the goal. Not $2 million in my bank account, but $2 million in assets, $2 million in profit generated. You know, so I think that is that feels good. You know, that feels good to just get more clarity on. Also, sorry, like I don't know. I feel like I'm talking weird in a way, but it's because my throat is still a little sore. I was in the hospital like 3-4 days ago, but yeah. Other than that, that's where I plan on moving forward with the series, creating a weekly YouTube video, documenting my journey, documenting the profit that I've made, documenting where I'm at. And yeah, I don't really feel like there's much more that I need to talk about in regards to all of this. I think it's just about getting back on track, you know? And with this video, I have pretty much set the intention that we back on track, baby. You know? We got our sights, we got our vision, we got our sights focused on the vision again. We have our sights focused on the vision. And I'm not going to let those things take away from my vision. I'm not going to let those things distract me anymore. So, there we go. We are back on track to becoming a multi-millionaire. And with that, I hope you guys have a blessed day today. And yeah, adios amigos.